Simpson's headed toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Throwing, Carr. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Clemson. Stealing a score on special teams. Now that is a play that will get your sidelines into the game with that touchdown.
And you could see once he left everybody in the dust and he was going to the house, the sidelines going nuts. What a big-time play to take the lead. Defense did its job. Now special teams coming through in a big way.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
From the gun, it's Mobley. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nice move. Create some space. Flying down the left side. He's at the end of the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking it, understanding it was coming, and then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense, and if you don't have good gap and getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane, he uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Motion from the wide receiver. Sellers. Flush to the left. Did the work himself. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little hump. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Sellers from the gun on third down. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. They stripped it out. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And that is a roller coaster. We got the pick. Oh, no, we just lost it. Oh, no, we got it back. At the end of the day, the defense, David, still had it.
Yeah, and all you're trying to do is force turnovers, create plays. Nice job getting the interception. And listen, when you're running to the football, trying to block, that ball comes out. Nice job falling on it, creating the turnover.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Slots it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop him on third down. Rush right in his face. And the incomplete, you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a first down. Three yards, first down for the offense after that penalty. Follows his blocks. It's Bowens. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Got the first down. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Carr throws it deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them in.
Quarterback will keep it. Gain of 2 on the play, sets up 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
From the gun on third down, Carr going over the top. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Way back close to his end zone as he makes the catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he could even get started. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Left side, it's Burrows.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback. To the air, it's Sellers.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Sellers on the play action. Buying time to his right. He'll pull it down. And he gets it right on the cusp, maybe a few pebbles short of a first down in that football. I see the closed fist from the ref. It'll be fourth down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Now on the move. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
And how about the confidence? This coach is very confident. Fourth down, backed up in my territory, inside my 20, and you go for it? Wow, you better get it, and you did here. So great coaching.
Here's Sellers to throw. Looking deep. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Churns into the pile. And a good pickup to move the chains, and the clock will expire, and that's how they'll be set up to start the second quarter. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Sellers. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And we talk to teams week after week, and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
They're all over it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
Makes the grab. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Throwing, Sellers. Holds on, it's Preston. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Moves the pocket. It's Sellers. Release to the back. Out wide left, it's Johnson.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their playmakers the football in space. Nice job designing the wheel route. It's good versus man. It's good versus zone. Nice route. Nice catch by the running back.
And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Preston. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Long way to go on second down. Here's Sellers to throw. Makes the grab over the middle. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They go play action with Sellers. Touchdown, Tigers! Into the end zone for 6. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing, great job getting a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on third down. Now here's Carr. Finds his man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And that Clemson defensive front getting their paws on dudes and making their presence felt.
And, Reese, that's how they built their dynasty. I mean, I know the offense was flash and sizzle and was really good, but, man, it's the Dexter Lawrence and the Christian Wilkins in the defensive front. Those big boys that could get after the quarterback, that play relentless, those guys really set the tone and set the foundation for Clemson and big-time success.
The Irish facing quite a challenge here on 3rd and a mile. Throwing, Carr takes a hit as he fires. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Trying to get started. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. gets rid of it.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Sellers. He's got it. Got 7 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 3.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Lets it fly. Wide open. He makes the catch. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. 3rd down, find your best matchup, because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
Gonna look downfield again. Escapes the pressure to his right. On the move, he fires. Out wide right, it's Preston. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
This offense is on fire, man. Back-to-back plays, completely going across the field. Now set up in a goal-to-go situation. Now the field shrinks a little bit. Interested to see if they can punch it in, be more physical. I know they made the big explosive plays to get here. Now they got to do the ground and pound dirty work.
Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. From deep, it's Walton. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Throwing, Sellers. Right side, it's Moore. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. Play fake, Sellers. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Second and long here. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Rushes on. Left side is Turner. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Again, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. At the 30. He's at the touchdown. Fighting Irish. What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that. Looking for the time with the extra point. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Coming out with it, it's Hawkins. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
You knew this first possession of the second half. It goes a long way deciding who's going to win this football game. It's tied, but this defense comes out. Great job setting up a 3rd and long, getting a stop, getting the ball right back to their offense to create some early momentum.
He gets a block. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here come the Irish back on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored it.
Upstairs, he's got it. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Back's got it. Touchdown, Irish! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Here's Sellers to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Looking to pass. It's Sellers. The throw. Got his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. When a defense is in zone coverage, Jesse, they want to react. How do you react to a howitzer coming out like that one?
Not much you can do because this guy's got a cannon. You saw all the eyeballs on defense on that play. They were waiting and anticipating that throw, but when you've got an arm like that, it's going to be tough to stop that curl.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, that's one you expect him to make in his sleep, right? He's one of the better receivers in the entire country. He just dropped that one over the middle of the field.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Push is ahead. There he goes. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And I like the bounce back for this offense. You go 3 and out, they don't get frustrated. They don't get down. Nice job going back to the drawing board, creating some good plays. Now here in a rhythm, moving the football.
Sellers. Snags it. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll give it to Johnson. Taken down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Changing the routes with his receivers. From the gun on third down, Sellers. Finds him out of the backfield. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Fourth down, Sellers. Stepping to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third. He'll bring it out. It's Barres. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes. Over 100 yards for the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Deep in the end zone, it's Hawkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Throwing, Sellers. Still looking. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Sellers from the gun on third down. Finds his man. Makes his way out to the 20 before he's stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Running inside, it's Mobley. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's Carr to throw. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35. Offense in a bunch formation. Sets his feet. It's Sellers. Out wide right, it's Davidson. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Going to the run, it's Davidson. There's some room. Heading to the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone. Know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all...
Number 81 set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So first down will open up the final period. Hits the hole, it's Mobley. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite? They'll have a first down here, a Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Carr. Right side, it's Mobley. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Back to throw, it's Carr. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. Stopped in.
Smaller, they got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Here's Sellers to throw. Out wide right, it's Moore. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Sellers from the gun on third down. Look out! Unloads in the nick of time.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going to go for it on fourth down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff to Johnson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Sellers. Out wide left, it's Turner. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? Second down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this third down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. Sellers from the gun on third down. On target. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Turns it upfield. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. They'll give it to Johnson. Stopped right there. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Right side, it's Johnson. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Across the 10. Touchdown, Clemson! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over him. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air, it's Carr. Here comes the heat. He had that one slip to the ground, and if he had held on, that might have been a wrap. Instead, it'll be third down.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Makes the grab right down the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. Throwing, Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some first downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, it's picked off. Defense ends this game in style. Coming up with a turnover, and now they can just kneel it out. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Sellers. That one comes out hot down the right side. Picked off. Taking it the other way. It's a fumble. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought